All rise for your dishonorable, not a real judge, Damone Allen. Debatable is now in session.
Welcome to a new episode of Debatable. I am your host, not a real judge, Damone Allen. Joining me, as always, is Hi-Fi Mike.
Hey.
And joining us again from the Manic Pixie Weirdo podcast, we have Abigail. Again, tell the people about yourself and your show.
Hi, thank you guys so much for having me again. I'm Abigail. I'm the host of the Manic Pixie Weirdo podcast, where we talk about all the different kinds of relationships that you can have in your life, from, your relationship with Avengers Endgame to anything mental health and everything in between.
Okay. Thanks again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we've just been Damone and I yelling back and forth at each other.
This would not be a good show. It would be better if it was you and Travis just yelling at each other.
That's true. We'd have to have a really heated topic.
It could be anything, like toilet paper to
like
use.
Bel Air, because he got on me for saying that there's no room for fat jokes because Uncle Phil is too fit. Yeah.
That's a good show, by the way.
It's a great show. I like the show, but I believe that Uncle Phil in the original, him being overweight was good because it was able to
recurring joke.
It was a good joke, and also was a way to bring Uncle Phil down when Will needed him to be. It's a very good, it's a hole in his defenses, man. Otherwise, he's not really very flawed. Not saying being overweight's flawed, but you know what I mean.
No, I understand what you're saying. I would say it would be really hard to do fat jokes, especially now, and especially in the context of the show. It's a drama. It's not a comedy. Like, I understand there's jokes here and there, but it's mostly just a drama at this point. Yeah. So I think just having a random fat joke, it would take.
I think they can work it in. No, I think they can work it in. I really do.
I still like the OG Uncle Phil better. There are a couple characters I like the new version better, but
I think new Uncle Phil is insincere at this point. I think that he's trying to do the right thing, but he also doesn't give two shits.
I'm only on episode. I just started episode 4, so not to spoil anything.
I just finished. I don't know what episode it was. Yamakra. It may have been 4 or 5.
That was 3 because
was it 3? Oh yeah. I'm watching it very slowly.
Yeah, I watched them all yesterday. All 3 of those, but not to spoil anything or bore Abigail. I think he's sincere and I think he does care, but I think he also has other things going on, and I feel like because if you watch the original series, the first couple of seasons, Uncle Phil did not like Will at all. He tried to get rid of
Will all the time. And that was a pop in from one of Damone's children.
It's been a while since they popped in.
And why you just let her talk, Damone? I don't know why you just don't let her be part of the show.
Because I don't want that. I don't think the audience does either. So let's get into the debate. So welcome to Debatable, where we debate the serious, silly, and everything in between. Our first debate is going to be, what is the best jam jelly for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Abigail, why don't you start us off?
I personally think that strawberry is the best one.
Jam or jelly?
Jam. Strawberry jam. Yeah. Strawberry jam. I'm not too picky on the kind of peanut butter. But yeah, definitely strawberry jam. Although I did hear of a new kind of jelly today called Christmas jelly, and it's made by the Amish or something, but it's grape, strawberry,
human tears.
like all these berries like put to like all these berry jellies like put together into one. It's it sounds amazing.
It sounds like the fruitcake of jellies.
It sounds like a wild berry kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Is a wild berry and berry?
No, I think wild berry like flavored things are just a bunch of berries thrown together.
I always thought it was just a random berry that they decided to call a wild berry.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch of berries thrown together.
The more you fucking know, man. I did not know that. They should just. Oh, my life is a lie.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I'm going with strawberry jam.
Strawberry jam, no jelly.
I mean, I'll go with the strawberry jelly, but I prefer jam.
Mike.
This is easy. It's strawberry jam. Strawberry jam is the tits, man. I could also do apple butter, which to me is like a jelly. Yes. I also had a really good. We got over the last fall. We went to this like farm thing, and it was pumpkin butter, and that was spectacular. That was also made like small batch type deal.
Ooh, that sounds delish.
Mm-hmm. So yes, but if I'm going regular, I'm going strawberry jam, man. If I'm at the grocery store and I'm just like, this is what I'm going with.
Yep, got to.
Same thing with the Uncrustables. I'm gonna get the strawberry Uncrustables.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've ever had the strawberry Uncrustables. I think I've only had the grape.
They're amazing.
I've never actually bought Uncrustables at a store. I don't think I've only bought them at like work when I was hungry, and I'm like, oh, an Uncrustable, cool.
I feel like the prices have gone up significantly. It's like $9 for a big box, and that's great.
At that rate, I will just buy my own peanut butter and jelly.
Well, you can buy you can, and then you can buy like this thing that makes everything into an Uncrustable. It is like a pie type thing that like squeezes and it cuts it out.
Yeah, but does it actually work?
Yes, I have a friend who has one, and he just for like a week he just kept making every sandwich he made into an Uncrustable, and he kept posting pictures of it, and then he would make them and then do like ham and cheese melts and shit. So he'd Uncrustable it and then throw it in a skillet and make like a Uncrustable ham and cheese melt.
That sounds delicious.
And I need to get one. I always keep saying I need to get one, and then I never do.
Hot take: ham and cheese is gross. Not a fan.
Ham and cheese melts.
No, not
ham and cheese melts slap, man. Especially if you get. Well, there's like a ham that we found at a grocery store here it's off the bone, and usually they say it's off the bone. It's not, but this is like if you were to get like a ham and actually cut it into like deli slices. It's damn good, man.
Not a fan of ham. I'm not a fan of turkey either. Even though I get a ham and a turkey from work every year, or one or the other. Well, I'd get one for Thanksgiving and I get one for Christmas, and I usually do one of each. But I don't really care. They both sit in my freezer for months until I decide I'm gonna eat it.
We have a Christmas ham still in our freezer. Yeah, but we did get a turkey for Thanksgiving from my work, and it was apparently they usually get big ones, but this year they only got like 12-pound ones. But we got a free one, and we made that on Christmas. It was actually really good.
I know I have a turkey. I might have a ham still. I don't remember if we did the ham, but not a huge fan. Don't like ham. I never liked ham and cheese as a kid, like sandwiches, and I never liked it. I don't like the ham. The ham and cheese Hot Pocket might be the worst Hot Pocket.
No. There's definitely worse Hot Pockets. You know which ones I liked and then I started to hate was the Philly cheesesteak ones. And it's because of the cheese. I think they use a provolone.
Oh.
And it's, I don't know, that for whatever reason, anytime I have like a Philly cheesesteak, which is usually not, and they use the provolone with everything, it just tastes disgusting. And I had it at like an actual sub place, and I'm like, this is gross. I don't want this. So I'm very picky when it comes to
Wait,
cheese
you got
steaks.
provolone on it?
Yeah, they put provolone as the cheese.
You gotta go either cheddar or like
No,
pepper jack at the worst.
I'm not putting that on not on a cheesesteak. I mean, I do put pepper jack on cheesesteaks and make it home, but if I'm going out, I'm not doing that. You're not putting get cheddar away from my goddamn cheesesteak. Unless it's whiz. Because then it's not really cheddar, it's cheddar wannabe.
Well, we don't have really. There's really no places where we are. Well, maybe you. I don't know about me.
Jim's Steakout has whiz.
I don't know.
Jim's Steakout when I was there when I got it last time, they have a traditional cheesesteak with whiz.
Maybe it had whiz. I don't really pay attention to that. I just be eating it.
I usually get a stinger, so it doesn't matter.
True. So to get back on topic, I'm gonna go with. I agree, strawberry jam is great, but I'm gonna represent the poor people, and we're gonna eat some grape jelly.
Goddamn price.
I'm gonna represent the poor people.
What poor people? It's the same goddamn price, Damone.
Strawberry jelly, or not strawberry, grape jelly for the culture.
What culture?
The poor culture. Yes, poor culture.
The grapes. The member berries.
Yeah, we're gonna represent for the grape jelly family.
I can't take it, man. I can't do grape jelly. There's something about it. I can't anything artificially like grape flavored. Can't do it. So I'm sorry, you're wrong.
I'll eat grape jelly, but if I have a choice, I'm not eating. Like I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah, if I have a choice, I'm not going with that either. But I'm just trying to represent for
strawberry,
poor people.
Strawberry jelly, strawberry jam is the superior jelly / jam.
I don't know if I've ever had strawberry jelly. I've had strawberry jam.
I have it when I'm like looking at the prices. I'm like, I could sacrifice the $2 or whatever it is to just have, I'll keep the $2 and I'll just get the jelly. But usually I'll go for the jam. But the jam is usually a smaller jar too.
I don't really eat peanut butter and jelly like that anymore.
Not anymore.
On occasion, I'll eat one. It'll be like, and one of my kids only likes jam, no peanut butter. The other one doesn't. The other one likes Nutella only.
I liked Nutella for a while.
The other one only likes peanut butter. No jam. I call it a choke sandwich.
When I get my Uncrustable maker, I'm about to make so many different flavors of Uncrustables. It's gonna be insane. I'm gonna get Fluffernutter, man.
It's gonna last like a week, and they're gonna be like, "I'm never using this again."
No, I'm gonna make them, and I'm gonna mass produce them and put them in my deep freezer.
The mass produce them.
I'm gonna sit for like a weekend and just like make like 3 loaves of bread. Take like 3 loaves of bread and just make a bunch of Uncrustables.
And it's just gonna sit in your freezer.
I'm just gonna sit in my freezer for when I need them. Yeah, I'm gonna seal them.
When you need them.
What I need to do is get one of those sealers that take all the air out.
I have one of those.
And get just enough air out, and then put it in the freezer.
Yeah, I have one of those. We use it for like our meat.
Yeah.
To like to freeze, to separate and freeze. So yeah, those work really cool.
I need to get a new one because
we got it for a while. We got one for Christmas.
They just make everything so much easier.
Yeah, it makes it easier to like bag everything, separate everything.
Yeah,
and freeze, and you don't have to worry about freezer burn and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, all my shit has been like just gets so bad in the freezer because we put it in a deep freezer and it sits there forever. It's a deep freezer. It's a big fucking thing full of frozen food.
Yeah, and everything gets buried. But yeah, the dehydrator definitely helps.
Yeah, the actual our air fryer is also a dehydrator. So I'm about to dehydrate some shit, like some bananas and shit, man.
Oh yeah, we made beef jerky.
I want to try it so bad, but you got to keep it. The problem is you got to keep it on for like 6 to 8 hours, and I'm just like, all right, that's cool, but in that 6 to 8 hours, I'm probably gonna want to use the air fryer for food.
That's why you do it on overnight.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, when you go to bed, just throw it in there.
That's what we do.
Then you don't have to worry about like Unless you're gonna wake up at like 3 a.m. and want to use your air fryer. In which case, we got a different converation.
To be honest, I'm sure we're gonna get to that at some point. I feel like that's something Randy Marsh would do. Just wake up at 3 a.m. No, Sharon, I'm not even using the air fryer at 3 a.m. Go back to bed.
Yep. Well, that's a preview for our next topic. But before we get to there, here's a word from our sponsor.
Are you tired? Tired of those other energy drinks hitting you with a short burst of jittery energy, followed by a crash that leaves you with less energy than you had before? Well, fear not, because Ray's energy drinks are specifically formulated to get you going without making you jittery and keeps you from crashing. With 0 sugars, 0 calories, and better caffeine than a cup of coffee, Ray's energy drinks are the #1 growing energy drink on the market. With flavors like Baja Lime, Sour Gummy Worm, Guava Mango, and Strawberry Colada, Ray's has some of the best tasting energy drinks available. You can get a case of Ray's right now by going to repsports.com and using promo code T1THREE when you check out to take 15% off of your next order. That's promo code T1THREE for 15% off of your next order of better, tastier energy. Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin' is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up. And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1THREE like the sound the bed makes when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
I chuckle at the EE every time. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna transition to our tournament. The way tournaments work here, 2-3 is under Travi T rule. So instead of everyone just throwing out a million things to put into the bracket, we have some sort of order. So today we're gonna be doing a 32-man, or woman, or
person, or thing. I'll be honest. There's a lot of choices in this.
Right. It's going to be the best South Park character. So each person we're gonna so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick 2 that are automatically in. They're getting automatic bids. And then each person will get 10. So we'll do 5 and then 5. Each person gets 5 and then we'll round back up.
All right.
So who are the 2 that are locks to get in?
I think Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You bastards.
And you know what? They stopped killing him pretty early on.
I haven't watched in a while.
If you look at, I think it was like season 6 or something, they brought Butters on as in 6 or 8, they brought Butters on as Kenny's replacement. And then that's when Kenny was stuck in Cartman's body. And then after that, they really stopped killing Kenny. And he's been not dying for probably more of the show than he was dying in.
Probably.
And the other one,
Cartman.
Cartman.
Cartman's getting in. Like we know Cartman's getting in.
I'll be honest, I don't think he's gonna win.
Well, the only way to find out is to,
because honestly, quite honestly, fuck him. I just watched the episode today where my girlfriend and I watched the episode today where he did it was the right after Trayvon Martin, so they did World War Zimmerman, and then it was basically a whole thing where he ended up shooting Tolkien because he was standing his ground. He did he blew up a plane and all this other shit, and then he provoked Tolkien with a fist, and then had him fist bump, and then shot him.
Sounds about Cartman.
He's a piece of shit.
He is. He killed a person. He killed a kid. Then fed him the kid's parents. Or he didn't kill the kid. He killed the kid's parents and then fed it to him in Chile.
I will say though, I still think they kind of did him dirty in the post-COVID specials, because the way that all worked. If you haven't watched it, it's pretty timey-wimey, and basically they changed the past, and Cartman goes from being a Jewish rabbi to a homeless man in the new timeline.
But he becomes a Jewish
So
rabbi?
he becomes a Jewish rabbi, and marries a Jewish lady, has three children with her, and he lives this really nice life, and then basically it all gets ripped away from him in the timeline, and that whole timeline disappears because they found out how to deal with COVID,
So
and
it's
that was by
kinda,
smoking weed.
so it's kind of like what's his name from It's Always Sunny? Oh, I can't think of his name. I'll think of it later.
Mac.
No, not Mac.
No.
The priest who they ruined.
Was that Cricket?
Cricket. Yeah, it's like Cricket. How Cricket was like a good, outstanding member of the faith, and then he ends up being a crackhead. And
that's really what happened. Except they just they completely erased his timeline. I like to believe that we're really living in the timeline that he becomes a
rabbi.
A rabbi, because he really did turn a leaf. Granted, that being said, he's still a piece of shit.
Yeah,
so,
he murdered
kids' parents and then fed them to him.
Yeah. Okay, so Cartman and Kenny are in. So Abigail, give me your 5.
Okay, Butters.
Hey, Butters.
It's Butters.
Randy.
Hey, you've got my list so far.
Kyle. Sorry, my contact. Stan. Chef. Mr. Gorson.
It's weird. It's always weird when I see Chef because he's been out of the show for so long. Who'd you say last?
Oh, Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison or Mrs. Garrison or
Mr. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Do I just do all 10 of yours?
Do you want to do that, or do you want to do 6, 6, 6, and then we'll do a final round of like 4 each?
4. Okay, we can do that.
So that way,
Mike, your turn.
All right, Towley. Let's go with. You already did Randy, so let's go. I'm trying to find not in the main cast. Let's go with Jimmy and Timmy.
Timmy.
Let's go with Big Gay Al. And let's go with Mr. Hanky. And how many is that? That is, so I'll go one more. Let's go with Mr. Slave.
Okay. You did Mr. Mackey, right?
No, nobody's done Mr. Mackey yet.
I'm gonna do Mr. Mackey. So I'm gonna do Ike.
Yes.
Token. Tong Lu Kem.
Is that the City Walk guy?
Yeah, City Walk. They tear down my wall.
City Walk owner, because I don't know his.
How many was that? 4?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna do Officer Barbrady. Sorry, Barbrady. And then I'm gonna do my Lord and Savior Jesus.
All right. Abigail, your last 4.
Okay. Wendy. And then sorry, I had to pull up the list. There's so many characters you guys.
Oh, there's so many.
Let's go with Sharon. and Fat Bob. Or does that count?
Who is it?
Yeah. Fat Bob.
Fat Bob. Who's Fat Bob?
Sorry. Just here. Do
I
Miss
was gonna look.
McCormick. Do Miss McCormick.
Oh, Kyle's mom?
Yeah. Is that it?
Is a big fat bitch.
Fat Bob, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Kyle's
Okay.
mom's a big fat bitch. Biggest bitch of the whole wide world. So me, I'm gonna go with. I don't know which one. Can Terrence and Phillip be one person?
Yeah, I would say they're one group. They're a group because I have one I want to put as a group.
The emo kids or the goth kids?
The goth kids, yeah. Unless you're gonna steal it.
No, you can do them. I was gonna put them in, but that's fine. If you're gonna put them in, I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's go with Satan, my Lord and Savior. Let's go with. We already got Timmy, Jimmy. There. I'm looking at Wikipedia is very bad for this. Trying to pull it up off.
I
my
found
head.
one on rank. I found one
Did
on
you?
Ranker.
I just looked up South Park characters. Let's go with. What is Tweak?
Tweak.
Let's do. I'm just trying to. Oh wow, this is cool. This southpark.cc.com has like all of them on there and
Does it
pictures.
have?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at.
nice.
Winnie the Pooh and Piglet were on South Park. I don't remember that.
I would not doubt it. Let's go with Kyle Schwartz, which is Kyle's cousin. Oh, look at that! I can just copy and paste.
Nice.
That was 4. So it's all you.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Dr. Mephisto. I'm gonna go with Miss Chokes on Dick.
How do you spell the doctor's name?
It is Mephisto.
Mephisto. Mrs. Chokes on Dick or Miss Chokes on Dick?
Miss Chokes on Dick.
I don't know how to spell her name, so we're going with how it's actually.
Yeah, just make it all one word.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. You already did Mr. Hanky, right?
No. Yeah, I did. We did.
We did. I'm gonna go with Sergeant Harrison Yates.
Oh, the
detective.
Yeah.
And then all the main cast got picked, right?
Yeah, all the main people did get picked. Do you want to put the goth kids?
Oh yeah, goth kids, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking to make sure there's no one I want to change.
I kind of want to put Jimbo in, but I don't know who I would take out.
I mean, he's definitely showed really, a lot really early. Jimbo is.
Take out Miss Chokes on Dick and put Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo. God damn it, Cat. Oh, let's see, who did I get in? I'm gonna take out Kyle Schwartz and I'm gonna put in PC Principal. I think PC Principal is hilarious.
Does Professor Chaos count as a second character?
That's Butters.
Or we count that as
Butters? That's Butters. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just like Kenny is Mysterion? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. And you're not allowed to say the one that Hartman is.
Well, then I'll have to send it back over to you because. All right, I think that's it. I'm locked in. I can't
me
say
too.
I'm
there's
locked
just
in.
so
Yeah.
many characters that I can't scroll through this thing.
Yeah, it's so big.
There's so many people.
That's what she said.
All right.
Never.
I will
you can
shuffle, but
scroll
we
through.
are gonna
What's up,
shuffle,
Logan?
but I just want to say I'm not shuffling in a Russian club this week. So
In the
every day we
Ukrainian club.
shuffling. We are no longer shuffling in the Russian club for any time.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Obviously. I almost put Saddam Hussein.
I mean, as a South Park character, I
Yes.
wouldn't say no because he really is a character.
Biggie Smalls was a character too. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, he was a hologram. Biggie Smalls' hologram.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to
Or no,
Kanye
you know
West
what? That wasn't the
as well.
hologram. It was Michael Jackson's hologram that got away. It was Biggie Smalls from the Dead.
Yeah, Biggie Smalls from the Dead. And shout out to Kanye West, who likes.
Oh, I was just watching that episode today where he keeps trying to convince everybody that Kim Kardashian is not a hobbit, and then he keeps listing off things, and he's like, "Bitch, tell me how you're not a hobbit again." All right.
Okay, so
I'm not Aquaman. I have hung out with Aquaman. Oh, all right.
Okay. So first round we got Mr. Maggie versus Big Al. Abigail.
Big Al.
Mike.
Drugs are bad, okay? I gotta go with Miss Mackey.
I also gotta go with Mr. Mackey. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad, okay? Oh yeah, today and again I was watching the episode where they had he had like the smart computer to try to schedule people, and he couldn't figure it out, so he was taking the counseling while on the toilet. Like he was taking a shit and counseling. I think it was Kyle or Stan.
So Officer Barbrady versus Timmy. Mike.
Timmy.
Abigail.
Timmy.
It's Timmy.
Officer Barbrady. He couldn't read.
I forgot he couldn't read.
He can't read.
So Mr. Garrison versus the Goth Kids.
Oh, this is
Abigail.
a hard one, man.
Goth Kids.
Mike.
I gotta go with Mr. Garrison, but the Goth Kids are hilarious, especially when they start when they team up with the Vampire Kids against the emos.
I'm gonna go with the Goth Kids. Mr. Garrison is funny, but super problematic.
Mr. Garrison is very problematic. Not even a little problematic.
Yes, he is the problem.
At one point, he's such a problem. Remember when he ran for president as a joke?
Didn't he win?
He won and then didn't know what to do because he was Trump. He had Caitlyn Jenner as his running mate.
Towley versus Sergeant Harrison Yates. Mike.
All right, you want to get high first? Go with Towley, man. This is Towley.
Abigail.
Towley.
I'll give Sergeant Yates a sympathy vote.
Something that lives in my head and has lived in my head since it first aired is when Towley had to play to get into the secret base, but he decided to play Funky Town.
Oh, Funky Town, yeah.
And ever since then, I've always been trying to do that with bring the dial tones if I ever had the opportunity. But it lives. That is a clip that lives in my head rent free, and it has since
Funky Town. Mr. Slave versus Stan. Abigail.
Stan.
Mike.
It's Mr. Slave. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go with Stan.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Sorry,
Mr. Slave. Mr. Slave has an entire ecosystem inside of him. He put all of Paris Hilton in his ass.
PC principal versus chef. Mike.
Oh, it's Chef. It's Chef for sure.
Abigail.
Chef.
Yeah, it's Chef.
It's a shame that
R.I.P. to.
Yeah, but it's a shame that he stopped wanting to do the Chef character because they made fun of Scientology.
Yeah.
Out of all that, that's what he decided.
No, it was his religion, so I kind of like it's human
cult.
nature.
It's a cult.
Well, yeah,
It's a
but
cult.
aren't all religions cults if you
Yes,
really think
but
about
it's a
it?
cult.
But it was his cult, so yeah,
Well, fuck
I'm
that
sure
cult.
he definitely got pressured.
Okay,
into,
but they
like,
make fun of every single thing in every single person. Just go and voice the character, man.
well, he's dead anyway, so
Well, he should have He should have finished off Chef till he
died. So Satan versus Wendy. Mike.
Wendy's a hater, so I'm going with Satan.
You're saying she's an op?
She's a hater. I just watched the episode where she was trying to point out that Kim Kardashian. Oh, it was the same episode. That Kim Kardashian was a hobbit. And she was a hater.
Okay. Abigail?
Satan.
Yeah, it's Satan. I feel like he has more character development than Wendy.
Wendy is just Wendy. She's there. She's Stan's girlfriend. And then sometimes she's not Stan's girlfriend. And she's just kind of there.
Yeah. So this is a battle. City Walk owner versus Cartman. Abigail.
Cartman.
Mike.
I gotta go with Cartman. He's an asshole, but I gotta go with Cartman.
I'm gonna vote for the City Walk owner. Still one of the things I most remember. I haven't watched South Park in a while, but one of the things I still remember is they tear down my city wall.
Did you not have HBO Max?
I don't.
You need to get it.
Probably
it's worth it just for South Park.
I already have Hulu and I have Amazon and I have Peacock. I have Amazon because I have
the
Amazon
extra. Make an extra $15 a month and get HBO. It's worth it.
I have Amazon Prime because I have Prime Video because I have Amazon Prime. Well, I use someone's Amazon Prime. I have Peacock because of wrestling, and now because of
you need to get
Bel Air. Then I have Hulu because of ESPN Plus.
That's what I'm saying though. You need HBO Max so you can for South Park because it's worth every penny.
I don't really watch TV like that anymore. So
I mean, I watch it at night. South Park has been the go-to show we put on at night, and just kind of we're messing around, and, like not paying attention.
Dr. Fitzo versus Kenny. Mike.
Oh, it's Kenny. It's 1,000% Kenny.
Yeah, it's Kenny.
It's Kenny. This one's pretty easy because the doctor disappears after season 2.
I mean, they do that with a lot of the early characters.
They just go away.
It's such a different, it's somehow the same show. Like you can see it, but it's also such a different show. Like after even season 4, season 5.
I'm sure if I watched the newer episodes, I'd be like, I don't know who half these people are.
No, you will. They're just it's the gang, and I mean you'll notice these people. You'll recognize everybody in the episodes.
Yeah, I haven't consistently watched since 2009, 2010 is probably the newest episode I probably saw was the Jersey Shore one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
you need to watch the post-COVID specials. You need to watch the COVID special, but you need to watch the post-COVID specials. Like I've said before, that's some of the best television I've ever watched.
They're different. So there's a COVID special.
So there's the COVID special, which is just a regular episode of some sort. I don't know if it's longer or not. So it explains COVID and how COVID happened, which is all Randy's fault. And then the post-COVID special is them grown up, and watching them grown up is so you think that you're gonna hate it at first, but then you're like, this is great because it's all. And I don't know if you've ever seen the It movies, but it's also very it starts out like a parody of It. It's great. It's honestly, again, it's some of the best television I've ever seen.
I saw the original It movies. Won't watch the new ones because I don't like. I'm afraid of clowns, so
They're
I'm
not.
doing it.
But see, it's not a clown. He looks like a clown.
I know
that is
not
his favorite form, but he is.
I know
Pennywise is not an actual clown. He is an alien, an interdimensional space alien.
It's close enough.
Do you know he also is in the Dark Tower series?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that until recently, and so apparently, like that species is in it, and like one of its children is in. Like they show him. Oh, it's nuts, man. Stephen King has so much time on his hands.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I could.
yeah, he's not there.
You know what he does? He writes it as he goes, so he doesn't have any plans when he writes. Apparently, he just kind of like lets it flow out, kind of like I do with my booking.
Yeah, we can tell.
I'm the Stephen King of the book and verse.
I wouldn't go that far, bud. Mr. Hanky versus Sharon. Abigail.
Mr. Hanky.
Mike.
Oh
Yeah, it's Mr. Hanky.
It's Mr. Hanky by a long shot.
Which one's Sharon? Sharon is
Stan's mother, Randy's wife.
Oh yeah, no one cares about her.
No, she's just kind of there to be a wet blanket.
Yeah. Terrence and Philip versus Jimmy. Mike.
Oh, is it me? I'm going with Terrence and Philip.
Abigail.
I'm going with Jimmy.
You fucked your uncle. No, you fucked your uncle. Shut your fucking. Another something that lives in my head rent free.
I'm not your friend, pal. I'm
not
your
buddy, guy. I'm not your
I'm gonna give it to Terrence and Philip just because I remember that whole bit way more. And like, I remember doing that all the time.
I still do that. My girlfriend and I do that all the time.
Not your gal, pal.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your girlfriend.
That's how war should happen.
He's pushing him up like a sheet of ice, and he's like floating away.
So Randy versus Fat Bob. Abigail.
Randy.
Mike.
It's Randy. It's Randy by a long shot.
Yeah, it's Randy.
It's Randy by.
I had to Google Fat Bob.
Yeah, I had to Google Fat Bob. It's Randy by a long shot. Let's be honest. He is Lord. Lordy.
Tweak versus Mrs. McCormick. Mike.
Tweak.
Abigail.
Tweak.
It's Tweak. Okay. Butters versus Ike. Abigail.
Butters.
I'm gonna also vote for Butters. And I'm assuming Mike's voting for Butters.
Yeah, I'm voting for Butters.
Ike really only had like one. Yeah, Ike only really had one important episode, but it was messed up because he was.
Which one?
The only one I remember. Keep in mind, like I said, it's been like 10 years since I watched anything. Where he was dating his like kindergarten teacher.
There was that one. I just watched one today where he got the wrong medication from Canada, and he was being given testosterone that was supposed to go to Tom Brady. So he's going through puberty, and he's in like kindergarten.
I don't think I ever saw that one. I did see Tom Brady was on the list of characters, but fuck that guy. So Token. I don't know why you put Tolkien. Like
that's how I spell his name. No, his name is with an L.
Are you sure?
I thought it was not because the episode I watched today, but I think there's an E instead. Yeah, no, Tolkien.
I think
South
it's
Park.
Tolkien.
It's Tolkien. So I was wrong, but it is more like J.R.R. Tolkien. But that's how you spell his name.
No,
Okay.
I thought it was T-O-K-E-N.
No, his name is Token Black.
Yes. And he can play the drums. Damn it.
Is it the drums or is it the bass?
It's the bass. You're right. It's the bass because they do the
Because you-
band, and he's like, "Why are you giving
Get a
my
bass.
own bass?"
What? How? What do you mean you don't have a bass? Then he goes to his basement. He's like, I had a bass, and they ask him to play. He's like, Why do you think I can play the bass? And then he
You know
can play the
why.
bass.
Abigail.
Tolkien.
Mike.
Maybe it's Tolkien.
It's Tolkien
Over
beats
Kyle. Over
I'm
Kyle's
taking him
kind of
over
a bitch,
Kyle.
to be honest.
Kyle's kind of annoying.
Ooh, I'm going for Jesus. I want
Jesus?
this. Yeah,
Jesus
I want the
versus
Satan.
Jimbo.
Yeah, I want the Jesus Satan matchup.
I'm voting for Jesus.
All right, we'll all go for Jesus.
Okay, so we're go back to the top. Mr. Mackey versus Tim A. Mike.
It's Timmy.
It's Timmy.
Yeah, it's Timmy.
Timmy, the Lords of the Underground, or Lords of the Underworld.
Goth Kids versus Tally. Mike.
Oh, it's Tally. It's 1,000% Tally.
Abigail.
Goth Kids.
Tally tries to write a book.
Wait, whoa!
Oh
Mike.
yeah, hold on.
Don't just give him the win. Because I'm voting for Goth Kids.
Ugh. Bad take, but that's fine.
Tally is great.
Tally tried to write a book.
Bit. He is I smoke weed is his only bit.
No, but it's funny because he's like, I need to get my head on straight, but like he leaves like the publisher and they won't give him the book deal because he's a towel and he's like, I need a thinking session. He's like, I need to get my head on straight. He's like, right after I get high.
So Stan versus Chef. Abigail.
Chef.
Mike.
I'm gonna go with Chef.
I'll give Stan a sympathy vote.
Stan's not bad, but
Yep, I'm going for Satan for this one.
Satan versus Cartman. Pretty much the same person.
I was saying same person. I'm going. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm going with Cartman.
I'm gonna go with Satan.
Wow. I thought Cartman was gonna make it out of the second round.
For a specific reason. Kenny versus Mr. Hanky. Mike.
Kenny.
I would have gone with Mr. Hanky.
Oh, you were Mr. Hanky.
Yep.
Over Kenny?
Yeah.
Kenny does so much. He becomes Mysterion. He goes and like does all this shit like for his little sister.
But he's not Mr. Hanky. The Christmas poop.
But he died and came back how many times?
How many Christmases has Mr. Hanky come back?
3 or 4. And
yeah.
the one he doesn't show up at all, they have to go find him.
Every leap year he comes back for the Christmas of that year. I don't know if that's historically true, but I'm going with it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Terrence and Philip versus Randy. Abigail.
Terrence and Philip.
Mike.
Oh, it's 1,000% Randy. It's Randy. He, like I said, he was Lord. He convinced everybody he was a teenage girl. He's very musical. He started a pot farm. He also started COVID.
I don't think that last one is a positive.
No, it's funny.
I'm gonna go with Randy, not because he started COVID, but I just remember him when he gets super drunk at the game, and I thought this was America.
Oh, I like when he bros down with the other playwriters. I think Steven Soderbergh, and then they eventually become friends.
So yeah, I'm going with Randy. Terrence and Philip are okay, but like
Terrence and Philip are a one-trick pony.
Yeah, they're a one-trick pony.
You fuck your uncle. No, you fuck your uncle. Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Yeah, it could get annoying quick. Tweak versus Butters. Mike.
Butters.
It's Butters. Token versus Jesus.
Jesus.
I'm going Jesus as well.
I'll go Jesus.
Okay, so it's Timmy versus the Goth Kids. Mike.
Oh, it's Timmy.
Abigail.
Timmy.
I'm gonna give the Goth Kids a sympathy vote, but it is Timmy is better. Chev versus Satan. Abigail.
Satan.
Mike.
I'm going to go with Satan.
I'll give Chef a sympathy vote, so he just doesn't get swept. He's probably fighting Satan right now. Kenny versus Randy.
This is a tough one.
Abigail.
Kenny.
Mike.
It's Kenny. I love Randy. He's a terrible father. I'll tell you that much. He's probably one of TV's worst fathers. But I'm going with Kenny.
I'm gonna go with Randy. He's trying.
No, he's not. That's the thing. He's not trying.
He's doing his best, damn it.
He's not. He's absolutely not.
His best isn't very good, but his best is like his ceiling is the floor.
He mixed up the videotapes and gave them Backdoor Sluts 9 instead of Lord of the Rings, which ended up that's how Butters ended up seeing his first porn.
It was on his
Speaking
mistake.
of,
Oh yeah, next one.
Speaking of, yeah, Butters versus Jesus. I almost said Jesus for some reason. Butters versus Jesus. Abigail.
Butters. Sorry, Jesus.
Mike.
It's Butters.
Yeah, it's Butters. We're not getting Satan versus Jesus. So final four: Timmy versus Satan. Abigail.
Timmy.
Mike.
Timmy.
It's Timmy. Timmy.
Timmy.
This one's tough. Kenny versus Butters. Abigail.
This is tough. This is finals territory, man.
I know.
Butters, go to your room. You're grounded.
I'm gonna go with Butters.
Oh,
Mike.
I'm going Kenny. I think that I'll be honest. I'm gonna put this out there. I think that Kenny's the main character of South Park.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Butters.
Ugh. I don't hate it,
But I think
I also
Butters
don't
is,
like it.
Butters is funnier than me. He always was the funnier character than Kenny.
Kenny's. Did you see the episode where? No, you haven't. You need to see the episode where finds out he's Hawaiian descent, but he's not actually Hawaiian descent. He's like descent of people who have
Vacationed.
lived there part of the time, but call themselves like
they have like a
natives.
timeshare.
Kenny goes with him, and you think Kenny's gonna die at one point, but he doesn't, and then he finds the ghost of Elvis, and then brings them all their alcohol to make their alcoholic beverage.
Butters is still funnier. So yeah,
Butters is constantly getting grounded.
He is constantly getting grounded. Poor kid. I remember when he had when he was a pimp, accidentally.
Do you remember when he became Paris Hilton's pet?
Yes,
because all of her dogs kept killing themselves.
Yes, I remember that. So the finals is Timmy versus none of the main four made it to the final.
You can consider Butters part of the main.
He's not one.
He
was
definitely there. They tried him and they tried Tweak. And I think Butters made the cut, and then they stopped hanging out with Butters.
Didn't I hang out with Butters anymore?
Not nearly as much. He's there once in a while, but it's still. I think it went back to the main four ever since Kenny came back to life for good.
Oh, that sucks. So Timmy versus Butters. Abigail.
Timmy.
Mike.
It's Butters. Butters. That's me.
Okay, so I'm gonna go who I like better. So I'm gonna go with Butters. Butters I always found funny. Like Timmy is funny in like the Timmy, been as funny as in everything, but it's Butters. Like you had more character development too between the two, so I'm gonna go with Butters. So the best South Park character of all time is Butters, which is funny because I saw him on multiple. I looked at multiple lists, and I think he was number one on all of the ones I saw.
I personally think Kenny. Like when it comes down to it, I still think Kenny's number one. But I mean, Butters got a ninja star thrown in his eyeball.
He did,
and then he got grounded for it.
He did. He was poor Butters.
Oh,
he didn't deserve the abuse he received. So
I wouldn't say he didn't deserve it.
He got a ninja star thrown in his eye, and then he got in trouble. How did he deserve to get in trouble for that? I'm the victim.
He shouldn't have been playing ninja, man.
I guess. So that Butters is the best South Park character of all time. So what we do now is recommendations. You can recommend anything you want, except for your own stuff. So Abigail, what do you want to recommend?
I'm going to recommend a book called Lamb, The Gospel According to Biff. It's like a comedic book. It's a very comedic book. I'm really enjoying it, but yeah, everybody go check it out.
Who's Biff? Is it Biff Tannen?
It's Jesus's long lost friend.
Oh.
The book is written from his perspective, so it's very.
That reminds me of what was it? The Monty Python. When it was Jesus's brother.
Yeah.
And I can't, for whatever reason, I can't. I used to have it on DVD. I don't know what happened to it.
And relaxing. Like everybody just relax and chill out. Take a break from the news.
Relax, man.
Yeah. Take a break from the news.
Relax or else.
Yeah. Mike.
All right, so I'm gonna give a twofer. First, Peacemaker. I know I'm late on that train, but I absolutely fucking love Peacemaker, and I'm almost caught up with the first season, and I can't wait for season 2. I know they're gonna get a season 2, and it makes me very, very hopeful for the state of DC movies and TV shows for the future. Also, Chowder. My girlfriend put Chowder on the other day, and it's a child's cartoon, but I was really into it, man. It's almost same kind of humor as SpongeBob in a way, but I was here for it.
Okay. So we already kind of talked about it at the beginning of the episode. I'm going to recommend Bel Air. I haven't caught all the way up. I'm only partway through the fourth episode, but so far I like it a lot. There are like bits and pieces from the original, like the dice are in the mirror.
I like that Jazz was the driver.
The driver,
not to spoilers.
Right, but it doesn't really spoil anything.
It's like the first episode.
I haven't seen it
yet. Jazz is in it. But it's really good, and it really dives into like a bunch of stuff, and there's like social stuff in there too. And
they really, my only thing is they packed a lot of references in the first few episodes, like a lot of stuff that took seasons to develop. They shoehorned into the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, Carlton's definitely a different character than the one.
I don't think he's that. I mean, he's different. There's definitely some things that are different, but at the same time, they have to turn Carlton up to 1,000 to make him have that redemption that he's gonna have. And I'll tell you off air what I think is gonna happen, and then you tell me what you think.
He's definitely an op, at least so far. So fuck Carlton so far. But it's a really good show. You should watch it. But still, fuck Peacock. I hate that fucking app. Fuck the cock. We gotta get those shirts made.
We're not making those shirts. No.
So we do now. We do plugs. So Abigail, again, tell the people where they can find you and your show.
Oh yeah, you can find me on all the places that you can get podcasts: Apple, Spotify, Castbox, everywhere. You can follow me on Twitter, which is probably the best way to get in touch with me at MPWordo Podcast, or you can leave me a voicemail at manicpixiewordopodcast.com, or you can write me an email at manicpixiewordо@protonmail.com. You can follow me on the Instagram and the TikTok are the_main_weirdo1.
I be TikToking and tweeting. I don't really be TikToking that much lately, but I need to pick back up on that. But you can follow me on both at DumbMoneyT13. So it's DAMONEY T, the number 1, the number 3. So DumbMoneyT13. Follow me on both.
Find me on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike. Find me on TikTok, hi-fi Mike, no underscore. You can find all the shows on the T13 Media Network on our website at T13media.com. That's the letter T, the number 1, 3, spelled out, media.com. Buy a shirt.
Buy merch. Rate it. And don't forget to rate and review us.
Yeah.
Spotify, but you know the rule.
5s only.
5s only or fuck off. Yeah, 5s or fuck off. That's the rule. But that's been this episode of Debatable. Case closed.